All right, now we're doing 7Q mean means. This is by Tibor R, and 85% of people like it. So we're going to take a list of numbers in. I'll take a list of in numbers to start with. And an arithmetic mean is the sum of these numbers divided by n, okay? Geometric mean is the product of these numbers taken to the nth root, all right? List of numbers is going to be this. There's going to be 5 numbers in it. Sum them all together and divide it by 5. It's going to be 121 divided by 5, which is 24.2. Then get the product of all these together to the 5th root. And then it's going to be 59049 to the 5th root, which is going to be 9. All right. So our test will be, all right. So we'll be given a list of numbers and their arithmetic mean. However, the list is missing one number. Using this information, we must figure out and return the geometric mean of the full list, including the number that's missing. Okay. So basically, we're going to get this number here using these numbers minus one of them. And this number here. All right. So basically, we got to multiply this by this, which is going to be this list plus 1. And then we're going to, subtract the sum of these 4 numbers that are left, and that'll give us this number. And then we're going to multiply all those numbers together. We're going to multiply these 4 numbers together, then multiply this number to those, then get the length plus 1 over length plus 1 of that to get this number. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's do it and see. How about that? So first things first, we're going to need to use this length, the nums.length, a few times in this. So we're going to do that right here. We're going to say length, not like that. We're going to say comma, length equals nums.length plus 1. All right. That way we can multiply this number times this number and then subtract all these numbers from that number, and it'll give us the missing number. Okay, so let's do that. Let's say number equals, let number equal, and then we're going to say arith underscore mean times length. All right, and then we're going to subtract that by all these numbers that are already in num. So all these numbers right here. So we're going to do that by doing the reduce method. If you don't know about the reduce method, it's the method that executes a user supply reducer callback function on each element of the array in order, passing in the return value from the calculation on the preceding element. Perhaps the easiest to understand case for reduce is to return the sum of all elements in an array. And so the syntax we're going to use on this, we're going to use this reduce, and then we're going to have accumulator, current value as the arguments, the arrow, we're going to have the expression right here, and we're also going to have an initial value after this comma. In the first case, it's going to be 0, and the second, it's going to be 1, right? So we're going to say minus nums dot reduce, and we're going to say inside here accumulator and current value, and this right here, the arrow, and then we're going to say accumulator plus current, and then for initial value we're going to have 0, right? So it's going to be 0 plus 1 plus 2, or 0 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 5, and basically let's do a console.log number to see what this looks like to start off with. Console.log number. All right. Test that out. All right, so 18 is going to be the first number. So anyway, 18 is going to be the first missing number out of this one. I don't really understand this right now, but I guarantee you that's what it is. So we're going to come down here, and we're going to return, since we already have the missing number from this list, we're going to return another reduce. We're going to do another reduce. We're going to say nums.reduce to get the product. cur like this, comma 0, excuse me, comma 1, because we're multiplying, and we're going to say accumulator times current. All right, that's not times. Accumulator times current. All right, so basically that's going to get the product. Now that we've got the product, we've got to divide it by the length. No, we got to do it to the 1 over, let's get this, 1 over length power. Okay, now let's test that out. Come on now. All right, nums.reduce. This looks good. Tie it to the 1 over this power. That's not right. Come on now. Oh, times, we also have to multiply this times the missing number. So let's multiply this by the missing number. Let's do that there, and then say times number. All right. Now let's test it out. All right, and there we go. Awesome. And attempt it. Looks good. Submit it. Hopefully this makes sense to you. I didn't really explain it too greatly. And there's a ton of different ways people are doing them too. Like this way right here, we could go, it would take another whole video just to explain that. This basically does it the way we did it, except for they did a math.pow instead of the times. Plus the syntax is a little bit different, and they didn't do the length up in here either. Let's go over to mine real quick. All right, so let me re-explain this just in case you don't understand. To get the missing number, we're going to do the mean times the length, all right, which is nums, which is this list plus 1, the length of this list plus 1, all right, and then we're going to subtract the sum of all these numbers to get the missing number, and that's what number is, all right, and that's what the reduce is for also. You can read upon reduce if you really don't know how to do it. And then we're going to do this, we're going to do the reduce over here to get the product. And then the initial value is 1, so it's going to be 1 times all these, whatever they are, and then we're going to multiply that also by the missing number, and then get it to the length root, this root right here. All right, best practice in my opinion, very much like it, and we'll see you next time.